Hello, Virgo, and welcome to Bunny Cat's Oracle. I'm going to be doing your October 2020 General Tarot reading, and my apologies for being a little late this month. It's really just snuck up on me. I can't believe we're in October already. I don't know about you guys, but anyway, all that aside, I'm going to light a candle for you guys and say a prayer for you, as I like to do before I begin any readings. I pray for all who click on this video today that you are healthy, that you're happy, that all your best wishes come true, and most importantly, that you and your loved ones are safe. And I'm just going to put this aside so it's not in the way. It's really hot in here. I've been listening to Megan Thee Stallion all morning, and I can't help but dance. I love her. I love her. I love her music. I hope you guys got a chance to see SNL this Saturday. It was pretty epic. Pretty epic. Anyway, what messages do we have for Virgo? For those of you who don't want to sit through the shuffling and all this preamble and setup, I'm going to put the timestamp down below to where the reading actually starts. And if you want to click ahead to the start of the reading, I will not be offended. But I do like to shuffle in the video. It feels more authentic to me. So what do we have for Virgo, October 2020? What do my Virgo friends need to hear? Five of Pentacles trying to come out. Some of you have some real supportive relationships. What I'm putting back then, I'm just going to note it. We'll see if it comes out again. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is kind of a rainbow spread that I sort of made up here. The top line will be using the cat tarot, because we can all use a little cat therapy in our lives. The middle line will be using my unicorn bicycle playing cards. So what do we got for Virgo? October 2020. Messages for Virgo, please. What do they need to hear for October 2020? What does Virgo need to hear this month? One more here. One, two, three, oops, 4, and 5. Okie dokie. I'm not taking any reversals with the playing cards. I like upright unicorns. No upside down unicorns. And for the last line here, I'll be using my trusty Alice in Wonderland tarot. One of my all-time favorites. So what do we got for Virgo? October 2020. What does Virgo need to hear this month? This is for Virgo, October 2020. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm just going to make a little room, make my rainbow a little prettier, a little more spaced out. So I read on Quora, if you're feeling a little depressed or worried or whatnot, anxious, you should draw a rainbow. So I'm going to draw a rainbow. I'm not really feeling that worried or anxious, but I know some people are. A lot of people probably are. I feel that way sometimes too. It's been a weird year. It's been a weird year. So there I have a nice rainbow for you, Virgo. Okay, here we go. So what I'm going to be looking at today in this reading is your present energy, your recent past influences or any events that may still be affecting you, what's motivating you this month, your future energy, what's going to be coming in the near future, as well as a line over here for some advice. So let's take a look behind door number 1. We've got the Knight of Wands. We've got the 8 of Hearts. We've got the 10 of Wands. Wow. I'm getting a sense of somebody very passionate. It could be you. It could be somebody near you. there's almost like a temptation, a feeling of like wanting to run off in the night, maybe with somebody special, maybe just on your own. But I get the sense there's one person on your mind. This could be your energy kind of coming and going really quickly, feeling like, should I stay or should I go? And sort of, there's this kind of, I don't want to say indecisive energy, but it's more just like you could, be going one way at full speed one day and then change your mind and then turn around and go right back the other day, in the other direction. The Eight of Hearts can be about a journey. It can be about leaving a situation that's emotionally difficult, but it can also be about a little bit of escapism. So, feeling that need to kind of run away from your responsibilities, or like I said, run off with maybe a person in particular. It could be a male or it could be a female, somebody really passionate on your mind. Could be a fire sign in your life here, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, but it doesn't have to be. This could just be about your energy. The Ten of Wands shows me that you're feeling a little bit burdened, maybe a little bit burdened by your decisions that you have to make, maybe about the work that you have to do. Maybe it could even be a little bit of mental exhaustion. Like I'm kind of getting the sense of someone who's just like a little bit antsy and maybe like going through a lot of possibilities in your head, and that's kind of exhausting. With the Ten of Wands, it can also be about a completion. You could have recently completed a large project, or you could be in the process of completing something that just feels like a lot of work. And it's not a bad thing, right? It's like I always tell people, you start a business, it's a lot of work, you got to put in the work, but then it's really satisfying when you finished. And I like this image in this deck because it kind of looks like a dinosaur. I get the idea this person is kind of larger than life. Like he's holding all these peppermills. The peppermills represent the wands in this tarot deck. But he seems kind of be like proud to hold them, like it's like, look at all that I've accomplished. So that's where I get the sense, like, even though it's kind of heavy and it's like there's a lot of work, like you'd be happy when you finished it. Do you know what I mean? So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but you could be feeling a little bit like, I don't want to do this. I just want to run off. I just want to go smoke some weed. I just want to drink some wine or whatnot. Like that's kind of the message of the Eight of Hearts. So it's like you're at the tail end of something. For other people, the idea that I'm getting is that there may be somebody in your life that you're attracted to and you kind of want to run off with, but the thought of them sort of makes you feel like this, like it's kind of heavy and burdensome. There's something about this connection that's just difficult. They could be in a relationship with somebody else. You could be in a relationship with somebody else. They could live at a distance, or you two could be really not compatible, like mentally or emotionally, but it seems like there's a lot of passion there. So this is going to play out differently for all of you, but I've got a real fiery energy, and then I've got some emotional uncertainty, and I've got a feeling of burdensome of like we just got to get to the tail end here. So let's see what else is in your reading, and maybe we'll get some more information. Let's look at your recent past. We have the Eight of Swords, we've got the Queen of Diamonds, and we have the Seven of Wands. Now this is interesting. I've been seeing this card a lot, as well as this one, like the eights showing up a lot. I feel like there's like a universal energy about that right now. The Eight of Swords is about feeling entangled or trapped or restricted in some way, but it's really all in your head. Like, as you can see, this cat is all tied up in toilet paper, and he could easily bust free. Like, it's only toilet paper. It's not really preventing him from doing what he wants to do and go where he wants to go. But like mentally, he sort of decided that he's trapped, so he's not even going to try to break free. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people are feeling that way right now. We are obviously under a lot of restrictions and living in unprecedented times, but we're not as powerless as we think we are. There are a lot of things that we can do in a modified way if, we really want to achieve that dream. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe you think you can't go anywhere. Well, you can still go for a walk. You can still, in some areas, go to a restaurant in a socially distanced way. You can put on a mask and you can go shopping. I mean, you can go on YouTube. You can start a little business online. Like, you don't have to stay inside and feel depressed and trapped and that kind of thing. So I'm glad this energy is actually in your recent past. It shows me that you're maybe starting to come out of it a little bit. This could have had to do with your work too. You have the energy of a rich lady. So whether you're male or female, Queen of Diamonds is someone who has it together. She's able to provide for her family. She's very nurturing and caring, very very much in control of her domain, looking after the small details. Seven of Wands shows you feeling a little bit guarded. So I kind of feel like maybe, well, this is kind of obvious. I mean, a lot of people are worried about money these days, right? And concerned about their budget. And even if you were really well-to-do and were doing really well before, obviously, like living through a pandemic is a kind of scary thing. So I can understand why you may be feeling kind of restricted and like you can't do things the way that you did them before. But this is still a really positive energy showing up here. Like it's showing me like you seem to be doing really well, but like in your head, you're maybe just worrying a lot, right? Which is like totally normal, Virgo. But again, it's your recent past. You're really guarded about something with the Seven of Wands. This can also be about standing up for somebody else. So if there's maybe a young person in your life or someone who, you know, just isn't as capable of advocating for their own needs, you may have been assisting them in some way. Could be a female, or you could have been taking on this role of sort of like the protective Queen of Diamonds and sticking up for someone. For others of you, there could have been a recent legal battle, but I feel like that's only going to be maybe some specific members of you, you know, feeling like you have to fight for your rights. Seven of Wands can also represent a lawyer or somebody advocating on your behalf. Let's see what else we have here. Let's look at what's motivating you this month. So we've got the Five of Wands. We got the Jack of Spades, and we got the Jack of Spades again, which is also the Page of Swords. And we have two of them. So this is interesting. So on the one hand, Virgo, I kind of get the sense like there's a little bit of friendly or not so friendly competition around you. This looks like sibling rivalry to me. Like I don't get the impression these kittens hate each other. You know, there's some friendly competition with this Five of Wands. And these Jacks of Spades are my spy cards, right? So I can't help but think that you're really concerned about the way other people are seeing you. Or, you know, you may be comparing yourself a lot to people around you. You may be watching other people's social media or spying on your friends or even, you know, your enemies and seeing what they're up to and kind of like wanting to kind of outdo them in some way, like sort of be better than them or be more successful than them. Or you may be concerned that, you know, you have a lot of spies around you, right? That a lot of people are watching you and you really want to appear successful. You want to make sure that you're in this like Queen of Diamonds energy, that people are seeing you like somebody who has it all together, right? So it's going to resonate differently for different people. The other message, though, of the Page of Swords is of studying, of being inquisitive, and of applying what you know. So some of you could have been studying a new subject recently and are really just wanting to share your knowledge with the world, right? And Virgo is known for being like super detailed and able to, you know, I don't know, pick up on like small details that other people miss. So I feel like you would have a really kind of unique perspective to share with people if you have been kind of studying something at length in the recent past. So that's kind of cool. Interested to know how that plays out. And let's see what else we have here in your near future. What do we have coming in? So we have the Two of Cups, the Love card. Beautiful. We have the Five of Diamonds, which came up when I was shuffling again. We have the Queen of Wands. So now we have two queens in your spread. So love, obviously very good. I see very supportive relationships. I think I said that when I was shuffling, although you may have skipped ahead and I don't blame you. So I feel like no matter what, Virgo, you have at least one, maybe more than one people around you who are going to be there for you no matter what, you know. Could be romantic, but it doesn't have to be. I'm also getting a sense of friendship. I feel like the Queen of Wands could be one of these people in your corner who's just going to protect you and is going to be there for you, you know, through thick and through thin, kind of like a, you know, just, I don't know, like a loyal friend, a best friend. There's almost like a motherly type of energy here. So this could be a relative. It could be somebody you work with or like an older friend that you're really close with. This woman tends to be a leader, very ambitious, very hardworking, someone who is also really into psychology too, and like likes to talk and likes to help people with their personal problems, like that kind of thing. She might also have a cat or a pet. or you're taking on this energy yourself. If this is your energy, Virgo, this is you being really ambitious and wanting to kind of share a new dream with the world. But I am really getting a strong sense of like friendship from this line. So that's beautiful. So make sure you make time for your friends this month, Virgo. Let's look at your advice line, see what's coming up here. We have the Four of Cups. We have the King of Clubs. And we have the World. Wow. Okay. Wow. Virgo, somebody is offering you something and you're not quite willing to look at it. You're not quite seeing it. Do you see this? This is like a shout out to the Ace of Cups, right? Somebody handing a cup, because usually in the Ace of Cups you'd see like this hand coming out of the sky, like handing you this cup, like poof, there it is. It's like a gift, right? Like a gift from God. But this cat is too busy looking in this bowl over here to see this. So the message is like, look up, like look at what's being offered, because it could be something really beautiful. And the Ace of Cups is all about a new love, joy, friendship, like an overflowing love. It can also be about gifts, like innate gifts, you know, talents that you may have that you may have been ignoring. I can't help but feel that this is about somebody offering you love. Like there's this real positive connection available here. So we have a king, and it's the King of Clubs, which would be the King of Wands. So we now have a king and queen of the same suit, right? You see this? King and Queen of Clubs. And when we see that in a reading, it can talk about a marriage. And the other card we have here is the World. Now the World can talk about marriage as well. It's about completing a cycle, but it's also about like world domination. I mean, not necessarily, but it's like leveling up in a way, you know, like if you were in a video game, you would have just leveled up. You would have just passed all of the levels and now you're like on a super level. Or now actually you just need to get a new game because you've like finished that game. Do you know what I mean? But with this Four of Cups showing up here and this king, I can't help but feel like somebody maybe wants to marry you. It's like somebody wants to give you the world. And because there's a very strong love energy showing up here. So I feel like because this is showing up in this advice line, it's like saying, you know, take what's being offered. It might not necessarily be a marriage or a committed relationship. For some of you, this could be a partnership of sorts, right? Somebody could be offering you a chance to work with them on a project that is really going to increase your social standing and bring you to a new level and help you just come to a new place in your life, you know, something that you would be really, really happy with. Like it's an extremely positive card. It's the last card of the major arcana. So it shows somebody having survived all of the previous tests and then getting ready for a brand new start. Let me take a look else. We go from the Jack to the Queen to the 8 to the 5 to the King. So I do feel like this month, like you are your own kind of worst enemy. Which is a good thing. I don't really see any kind of terrible external influences affecting you very much. I do feel like in your mind space, emotionally and mentally, there's a little bit of kind of uncertainty and restlessness and maybe some procrastination or being kind of unsure, you know, where to go, where to act. But the energy coming in is really, really wonderful. So be open to conversations with friends, loved ones, lovers, that may offer a unique perspective because they could be more fruitful than you think. I mean, this all looks really good. I definitely see some sort of change happening this month. We got 2 5s, so we definitely have this change vibe. And again, like a lot of people might be watching you because we do have the 2 jacks of swords. So with the World card as well, it can be associated with the World Wide Web. So you may be doing something on the internet that is getting a lot of attention. So that's cool. I wonder if you're going to have a nice Halloween costume this month, Virgo. I don't know. Well, I'll just dress up and go on Zoom. Is that what we're doing this year? I don't know. Anyway, I want to get an oracle card here to close out your reading. This is from the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light Oracle. And let's see what messages we have here for you. So what oracle messages do we have for our Virgo friends this month? Messages do we have for Virgo? I feel like this one wants to come out. It says, align your life what is not aligned or needs to change. So there's something in your life, Virgo, that needs some careful attention. Something needs to be brought back into balance. This actually makes me think of the Temperance card in the tarot. It may not be about like quitting anything altogether, but it may just be like toning down some of your habits. It may have to do with your diet. It may have to do with drinking or smoking, or, you know, a lot of people are doing a little too much of that. And Eight of Hearts as well can be about, like I said, these kind of escapist tendencies, sort of. It can be eating too much. It can be smoking too much. It can be watching too much television. It can be a negative thinking pattern, right? Like it's something that takes you out of living your best life and is sort of a bit of a time waste, right? So this oracle card is asking you to take a look at those habits that are preventing you from truly enjoying the present and from getting to where you need to be. You know what? I kind of want to take one more, see if we have something else in here. I feel like there's something else that's going to come out. Okay, let's see if we have any more messages for Virgo, please. There we go. Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Wow. Okay, well, this is kind of heavy. This is very, very new age, this deck. And I have to admit, I don't fully understand all of it. And I don't know what that is. Pleiades, some kind of soul tribe or something. But the message that I'm getting from this card is that it feels like you have like a greater mission. You know, maybe you feel you were put on this earth to make other people happy, to help uplift others, to be sort of a channel and to kind of make your mark on the world. And you may have been feeling lately that you haven't really been able to do that, or that you haven't really been in the best kind of energy yourself. And so you haven't really been there for other people in the way that you'd want to. And I feel like, it's kind of a message I got over here too, that just by kind of maybe being more open with your friends and with your lovers and the people around you, that's just going to put you in a better place this month. Like, I'm almost getting the sense of someone, I don't want to say like a people pleaser, but maybe that is part of it for some of you, like a feeling of like when you are able to make somebody else laugh, you actually feel better about yourself. Like, by helping other people, you help yourself. Like, even if you're in a bad place, you may be the type of person who is putting yourself out for other people, and you're not really talking about your own problems. But like, in doing so, it actually makes you feel better about yourself. It kind of increases your confidence. There definitely needs to be a balance there. Like, you can't just constantly be kind of a doormat for other people and not have your own, you know, emotional needs looked after. So I would say, you know, don't be afraid to ask other people for assistance as well, you know, and if there's something you want to talk about, like, be open to discussing that with your loved ones, your partners as well. I think people would be there for you if you would just, you know, ask them for help and just tell them what you need. But just be open, you know, to that friendship and that love that is around you, because I feel like when you have to kind of fake it a little bit for other people, that's sort of like, I want to say like put on happiness, you know, and you kind of just put a smile on your face and you know, pretend to be in a better mood than you are, that fake it till you make it sort of vibe. Like, it does actually make you feel better in the end. Like I just get the sense you are the type of person who gets a lot of joy from making other people happy. So, I don't know, keep that in mind. Interesting. I hope you have a really great month, Virgo. I think it's going to be really exciting. I'm interested to know what this World card is about and what it is that you guys are kind of brewing there behind the scenes. So don't be afraid to take action on your greatest dreams and be open to the magic, I guess. I'm so cheesy. Anyway, I hope you found this useful in some way, or at least entertaining. It's been great having you here on the channel, and I hope you have a great month, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye.